It's gonna be a good one. I don't know what is wrong with me today. I am in a weird mood. Weird mood. There. How you doing, good looking? Pretty lady. Good morning. It's me, Jessie. Oh. I'm bizarre, aren't I? I'm really weird. Happy Thursday! Hello. I know I'm saying happy Thursday, and I'll probably actually post this Friday morning because I tend to post the day after I post my stuff when I'm at work. So, yeah, for me right now, it's Thursday. I'm looking very forward to tomorrow night when I can go into work and then get out at 8:30 a.m. on Friday and have a whole weekend off. So I'm definitely excited about that. Time to catch up on a little sleep. I had plans on Saturday that I actually canceled, so I pretty much have the whole weekend open. I'm hoping to eat some sushi and lay around and read some books and hopefully get outside. It's actually beautiful outside right now. It's only like 35 or 40, but the sun is shining and the birds are chirping, and I should probably be out there, but instead I'm in here, you know, getting ready to be on the internet. So I don't have a whole lot really to talk about today. Two things, sort of getting to know you. TV shows. Almost everybody I know on LiveJournal has their favorite TV shows, their specific fandoms that they're passionate about. And I have a couple. Old school X-Files, definitely. I've seen every X-Files episode probably 20 times. I could recite them from memory, seriously, any episode except for the last 2 seasons, which I'm not so crazy about. But I'm a huge X-Files fan. I'm a really big Fringe fan. And lately, I've been watching, obviously, Game of Thrones. I've talked about that. But Lost Girl. I like Lost Girl for many, many reasons. It doesn't have the best writing in the world, and definitely not the best special effects. But I like the storylines. I love the characters. I love that Bo is this awesome bisexual succubus, and they don't make a big thing about the sexuality of it. I love that she is a curvy woman, and she's a lead character, and she can do that looking like a real person. And of course I love Kenzie because she's hilarious, and the one-liners are just freaking awesome. So if you've never watched Lost Girl, you should check it out because you'll probably like it, and it's a great mix of supernatural and humor. Speaking of supernatural, I also do like the show Supernatural with Sam and Dean, my favorite good-looking brothers. I didn't like last season so much, but this season's getting better, so I'm excited to see where it goes. And yeah, I just like the storylines way better this season. I got so sick of last season, and I might be crucified, but I'm just not the biggest Castiel fan. So when it's all about Cass, I just get kind of down in the dumps. And it sort of went from being this funny horror supernatural show to everybody just buried in their feelings all the time. And my real life is buried in feelings all the time. I can watch that in the mirror. I want to see hot dudes kicking ass and, you know, sleeping with random girls when they're on the road, drinking beer, getting in fights, instead of, you know, oh my god, do the angels want me to do this? Lucifer, oh, am I insane? I just got over it real quick, but I'm excited that I like this season a lot better, and I'm actually getting ready to start the whole series over again. So yeah, Supernatural, Lost Girl, Game of Thrones, Fringe, X-Files. I'm trying to think of other things that I really enjoy. Oh, I just discovered a new show called Ripper Street with Matthew McFadden, my favorite Englishman from MI5. It's the show that takes place in London right after Jack the Ripper's murders, and how everything in the police department, how stressful it was for everybody after Jack the Ripper, because every crime that happened was somehow linked to him, and the city was sort of in a panic. And it's pretty much a procedural crime drama from the turn of the century. Plus it has Matthew, and he's just always wonderful to look at and listen to, and the writing's really good, so that's definitely fun to watch. And then My old standby, Midsummer Murders. I'm telling you, I am a sucker for English murder mysteries. And not like the hardcore drama ones. I like the really fluffy ones like Midsummer Murders or Rosemary and Thyme. These two old women that solve crime with flowers. It's just great. They're gardeners and they solve crime. And they wear fancy English hats and have tea and, it's just great. I love it. I'm such a sucker for the cushy English murder mystery. So yeah, Rosemary and Thyme and Midsummer Murders are probably added to the list. I'm trying to think of anything else I really liked. So I have some guilty pleasure shows like Roswell, and occasionally I'll watch Pretty Little Liars, stuff like that. But I usually am like catching up on that. I'll sit down and download 8 episodes at a time and watch them all. So yeah, really the only thing on TV right now that I'm watching is Game of Thrones and Lost Girl. So, and don't spoil Fringe for me because I have not watched the last season yet. And so I'm totally in this limbo. I told you I'm a baby about books. I don't want the show to end either, but I'm going to have to watch it at some point. So eventually I'll get caught up. Today at work made me think about my topic of the day, which is entitlement. And how people just feel this unnecessary sense of entitlement. You know when Brad Pitt, or the character Tyler Durden in Fight Club, says, "You are not a unique snowflake. You're not." I'm by no means one of those tough love people. I call myself a hippie in heels. I'm super liberal. I believe in love and compassion and all that kind of stuff. But I do believe we have created a culture where everybody thinks that they are exception to the rule. If you purchase something, and let's say it says final sale on it, and there's a little hole in it, you can't come back 2 weeks later and say, "Oh, I brought this home and my mom didn't like it, and there's a hole in it, so can I return it?" I work for an online company that takes reservations, and it's just really frustrating when people don't understand and take it out on you personally that... I'll be right back. One more. Fitz was coming on and he's trying to get in here. But yeah, I guess I used to think of the whole entitlement thing as more specifically an American sense. But I work with a lot of the world now, and I'm just realizing that there's a lot of spoiled brats out there, and just because your plans got changed doesn't mean that you're an exception to the rule, and it doesn't mean that I can do anything about it. I can try, but ultimately, I'm just this tiny little thing down here on this giant corporate food chain, and it's not even my decision. I don't get to make that call. So, don't be mad at me because you make a purchase that you can't return. Don't book a trip that's fully prepaid and purchased up front if you don't have a travel visa. That doesn't sound like a real great plan to me, especially when it's iffy if you might get one. So I just got a little frustrated today at work. It's really hard. Most people that I talk to are really sweet. They really understand, but occasionally you get these morons who just, I shouldn't even say morons, you get people who are just super frustrated. And they take it out on you sometimes, and my job is to sort of grin and bear it and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that this happened to you." That's a nice one that I like to use because most of the time people like create their own situations, but "I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I can't believe it. I understand so much." And at the beginning of the day I do. And then by the end of the day you just get to that frustration point where you're like, "Shut up. I'm taking your money and I'm running away." Of course I would never do that. That's a joke. But yeah, it's just a weird sense of entitlement that people have really about anything. I realize I don't know. I tend to think when I say things like this of like those commentators on TV that are like, "Why do we give children trophies for just participating in a sport when they're not winners?" And that sort of thing. And I do think that, if you're in kindergarten, maybe you should get a trophy for participation. But if you're in high school, you might have to learn what the real world is like, where sometimes you get screwed because you weren't paying attention to the fine print. So, that's it. I don't have anything super intelligent to say. What are you guys doing this weekend? Anybody have any big plans? Can I come? Because, like I said, I don't really have that much to do. I might go up to my parents and see my dogs, but other than that, nothing huge. I'm sure more will come to me later. I might have more stuff, more wisdom to impart on you. I know, I just come up with the things that come out of my mouth are amazing. Sometimes I'm amazed I can form coherent sentences. You hear what I'm like. I watch his videos sometimes and like I can see my thought process on camera. I can see when like I stop mid-sentence and start thinking about something else and I just trail off. Imagine what I'm like in person. It's probably better because I'm engaged and it's a two-way conversation. But yeah. Okay, now I'm out of control. Out of control. So I need to stop now. But yeah, if anything else comes up, I will let you know. Anything important and life-changing, like, you know, what I have for dinner, or if Fitz breaks into the bathroom again. Yeah. So if everybody has a good day. Hopefully I'll post a video tomorrow. I don't know. I might just do text updates over the weekend because my internet connection sucks. When I go to work, I can upload stuff. But yeah. Anyway, see, still rambling. I hope everybody has a lovely, lovely weekend and is having a good day. Much love from me to you. Okay, bye.